Meet the 10 most deadly weapons Russia will likely use to attack Ukraine. As the Donbas conflict enters a new escalatory stage, the specter of open military confrontation between Russia and Ukraine looms larger than ever. Here are 5 of the notable weapons that Russia could employ in a major conventional war with Ukraine. This article presumes for the sake of coherence that the only 2 belligerents will be Russia and Ukraine, but any such war bears clear prospects for an international intervention that could drastically change the course of battle. Number 1. Su-35S. Kiev's small, backward, and partly decrepit roster of MiG-29, Su-24, Su-25, and Su-27 fighters cannot successfully contest Ukrainian airspace in a major conventional war with Russia. Not only will they be unable to operate effectively in light of Russian air defenses, but they are vastly outmatched by Russia's qualitatively and quantitatively superior air force. Advanced Russian fighters, including the formidable Su-35S, handily outperform Ukrainian military aircraft and are capable of staging devastating precision ground strikes against key Ukrainian military and political infrastructure with a wide array of air-to-surface missiles, ASMs, and guided bombs. Number 2. Su-34 bomber. The Russian Aerospace Forces Sukhoi Su-34 fullback strike aircraft, also known by its nickname Helduk, is pretty much an anomaly among military aircraft in production today, with a mission profile that's close to unique and in many ways a hangover from the Cold War. One aspect that's notably impressive about the platypus-nosed jet is its ability to carry a staggeringly large amount of fuel for a tactical jet, leading to some potentially very long-range missions, even without aerial refueling. It truly is the king of the fast jets when it comes to how much gas it can lug into the air. While the Su-34 is, at the DNA level, a member of the Flanker family of fighters, and while it retains a secondary air-to-air capability, its direct origins are as a dedicated strike aircraft or a tactical bomber in Russian terminology. Studies for a strike-optimized development of the Su-27 Flanker, with the aim of using as much of the fighter's airframe as possible but combining it with specialized navigation/attack avionics. More importantly, the Su-34 can achieve a range of 1,864 miles when carrying 6 1,100-pound bombs for air-to-air missiles and auxiliary tanks, and when flying at high level. Flying at sea level with the same load, the aircraft can still cover an impressive 1,087 miles, based on data published by Russian aerospace expert Pyotr Butowski. Increase the weapon's load to 8,800 pounds, and the Su-34, flying at low level, can reach targets within a range of 373 miles. That grows to 684 miles when flying at high level. Number 3. S-400. Unlike Moscow's great power competitors, Ukraine's armed forces lack the stealth and deep penetration capabilities to overcome Russia's layers of sophisticated missile defenses. In particular, Crimea-based units of Russia's flagship S-400 Triumph missile defense system pose a grave threat to military assets in eastern and central Ukraine. The S-400 air defense systems can hit any aerial targets in the central part of Ukraine. All this is a serious threat for us, Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine Oleksandr Turchinov previously told local media. Equipped with a powerful radar suite and diverse array of missiles, the S-400 can target manned aircraft, drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles at a range of up to 400 kilometers. Number 4. T-90M. Despite the partly urban nature of this prospective conflict, main battle tanks, MBTs, will undoubtedly play a role in the war's larger pitched battles. Not only do Russia's ground forces operate the world's largest tank army at 13,000 units, but its latest MBTs offer a slew of modern upgrades that make them a force to be reckoned with. Ukraine's T-84 Oplot-M MBT is a formidable machine in its own right, but likely has not been produced in sufficient quantities to effectively resist Russia's capable T-98 tank and its modernized T-90M variant. Russian T-90 tanks have allegedly already been spotted and reportedly inflicted heavy losses on Ukrainian troops in the Donbas region. Number 5. Tu-19 Mst-S. The ongoing Donbass war has been marked by recurring artillery exchanges between the Ukrainian military and Russian-backed separatist forces. That trend would almost certainly bleed over into a full-scale war between Russia and Ukraine, with Moscow having moved trainloads of Tu-19 Mst-S modernized 152.4mm self-propelled howitzers to Crimea in recent days. Capable of carrying 50 rounds, boasting a sustained rate of fire of around 7 to 8 rounds per minute, and packed with fairly advanced targeting technology, these heavy howitzers can cover large parts of Ukraine. Given Russia's overwhelming air supremacy and sophisticated missile defenses, Ukrainian forces will struggle to effectively contain the threat from these systems. Number 6. Iskander-M. The 9K720 Iskander, NATO, SS-26 Stone, is a road-mobile short-range ballistic missile (SRBM) with a range of up to 500 kilometers. Using a common transporter erector launcher (TEL) and support vehicles, the system can also fire the 9M728, R500, SSC-7 and 9M729, SSC-8 cruise missiles. Replacing both the OTR-23 Oka and OTR-21 Tochka USRBMs, the Iskander is a tactical missile system capable of launching ballistic and cruise missiles. 5. The Iskander designation is typically used to identify both the launch system and its associated ballistic missiles, the Iskander-M 9M723, exclusive for Russian military use, and the Iskander-E 9M720 for export. A third variant, initially designated Iskander-K, uses the Iskander transporter erector launcher (TEL) to fire the SSC-7 9M728 cruise missile. Number 7. Tu-95. The Tupolev Tu-95 Bear is a large, 4-engine turboprop-powered strategic bomber and missile platform. Currently, ongoing modernization of the Russia's Tu-95 MS bombers is aimed primarily on the aircraft armament, namely adaptation of the new Kh-101/102 stealth cruise missile. The modernization includes installation of 4 underwing pylons for up to 8 Kh-101/102 cruise missiles, as well as adjusting aircraft's main weapons bay for cruise missiles of size the Kh-101/102, 7.5 meters, 25 feet. In the future, Tu-95 MSs are to be upgraded also with the new Kuznetsov NK-12 MPM turboprop engines for increased flight range, combat load and reduced noise and vibrations. 17. And with the SVP-24 sighting and computing system from the Russian company Jefast and T. The aircraft has 4 Kuznetsov NK-12 engines with contra-rotating propellers. It is the only propeller-powered strategic bomber still in operational use today. The Tu-95 is one of the loudest military aircraft, particularly because the tips of the propeller blades move faster than the speed of sound. Its distinctive swept-back wings are set at an angle of 35 degrees. The Tu-95 is unique as a propeller-driven aircraft with swept wings that has been built in large numbers. Number 8. Tu-160. The Tupolev Tu-160 Blackjack is a supersonic, variable sweep-wing heavy strategic bomber designed by the Tupolev Design Bureau. As of 2021, it is the largest and heaviest combat aircraft, the fastest bomber in use, and the largest and heaviest variable sweep-wing airplane ever flown. The Tu-160 active fleet has been undergoing upgrades to electronic systems since the early 2000s. The Tu-160M modernization program of existing models has begun with the first updated aircraft delivered in December 2014. On January 12, 2022, first newly serial-built aircraft had its first test flight with planned deliveries of 2 new until end of 2022 within contract of 10 on order. A newly assembled Tu-160, built from an unfinished Tu-160 airframe, was unveiled during a rollout ceremony at Capo, signifying a restoration of certain production technologies such as electron beam welding or titanium work reportedly lost after the termination of serial production in 1992. According to Dmitry Rogozin, the serial production of completely new airframes for the modernized Tu-160M2 should begin in 2019 with deliveries to the Russian Air Force in 2023. Number 9. MLRS. TOS-1 is a Soviet 220mm 30-barrel, original system, Object 634 or TOS-1M, or 24-barrel Object 634B or TOS-1A, multiple rocket launcher and thermobaric weapon mounted on a T-72 tank chassis. TOS-1 was designed to attack enemy fortified positions and lightly armored vehicles and transports, in open terrain in particular. The BM-30 Smerch is a Soviet-heavy multiple rocket launcher. The system is intended to defeat personnel, armored, and soft targets in concentration areas, artillery batteries, command posts, and ammunition depots. It continued in use by Russia. A program to replace it by the 9A-52-4 Tornado was launched in 2018. The BM-21 Grad is a Soviet truck-mounted 122mm multiple rocket launcher. The weapons system and the M21 of rocket. The complete system with the BM-21 launch vehicle and the M21 of rocket is designated as the M21 Field Rocket System. The complete system is more commonly known as a Grad multiple rocket launcher system. Number 10. Attack helicopters. The MiL-Me-28 is a Russian all-weather, day-night, military tandem, two-seat anti-armor attack helicopter. It is an attack helicopter with no intended secondary transport capability, better optimized than the MiL-Me-24 gunship for the role. It carries a single gun and an undernose barbette, plus external loads carried on pylons beneath stub wings. The MiL-Me-24 is a large helicopter gunship, attack helicopter, and low-capacity troop transport with room for 8 passengers. It is produced by MiL Moscow Helicopter Plant and has been operated since 1972 by the Soviet Air Force and its successors, along with 48 other nations. In NATO circles, the export versions, Me-25 and Me-35, are denoted with a letter suffix as Hind D and Hind E. The Kamov Ka-50 Black Shark is a Russian single-seat attack helicopter with the distinctive coaxial rotor system of the Kamov Design Bureau. It is used as a heavily armed scout helicopter. It is the world's first operational helicopter with a rescue ejection system.